Alright, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well, thanks for asking, and today I'll be playing some FIFA 10. Let's go ahead and get started. I got some things to make. I got some water from the gas station called Road Runner. Yeah. Got some strawberry zero sugar Coke. Yeah. Got some. Is it Diet Coke? Yes, it is. Diet Coke with me. Got some purified water. Mhm. And I got some Evian water as well. Yeah, Evian. Or I smell now. Like NSA. Fortunately, we weren't able to maintain possession or get it there. Ah, shoot. Okay, that was off the goalie though. Vanderveel has the. It's gonna be another corner, actually. Nope. It's gonna be throw in. It was a throw in, actually. There we go. Pantelic scored. Really like the I've Evian. Don't remember having it's Evian. I don't remember having it. Yeah, it is Evian. Natural spring water. I don't remember if I ever had it. Suarez with the goal. Is this Pure Life? Yes, it is. I like Pure Life. Been to one Ajax game. I actually went to it on Sunday. No, not Sunday, Saturday. This past Saturday, the September 13th. It was my first ever Ajax game that I went to. It was an Eredivisie game. They played PEC Zwolle and they won 3-1. So I'm very happy about that. I visited the Netherlands when I went and loved it. I visited family. I was gonna have some diet cherry Coke, but I think I'll have the Diet Coke instead. If I can get it open. Let me pause the game really quick. She has a home game for Ajax. And at least certain parts of the Johan Cruyff Arena were smaller than I expected, at least when you're inside, in between the like when you're trying to get your food and drinks and going to your seat. That part was a bit smaller than I expected, so. But overall, it's still an amazing stadium. Definitely recommend. But first of all, smaller doesn't necessarily mean bad. But if you've never been, I definitely like. If any viewer has never been to the Johan Cruyff Arena, where Ajax plays their soccer games, I definitely remember. I definitely recommend going to the Johan Cruyff Arena to see a game. It's nice to see Ajax playing. My only complaint is that Keon Fitz Jim wasn't playing, so I like him. He's my favorite Ajax player, so. But, I'm not gonna. If he's injured, I can understand it. I don't remember if he's injured or not. As Suarez scores a goal there. Yeah, that was our first goal of the game, I believe that. We can make one substitution, and then we can make the next substitution a little bit later into the second half. Miss Pantlich scores there. Beautiful goal, if I might add. Tried keeping that in bounds by passing it to Tuba, I believe. Let's go ahead and make our last substitution. Have Suleimani come in. Shoot. Nearly had the rebound. That's a nice save, though, by the NAC goalie. You know, I like the graphics of this game. I know this game came out in 2009, so roughly 16 years ago. But it's still good. The graphics, for the most part, still hold up. In my opinion, at least. It's a nice save. Dang it. Fouled. That's not good. At least it's Wednesday. Pantlich scored again. You need to check out all the stats for all the players. Because I think we play like this will be our 5th game. So it's been a while since I played FIFA 10. Come on. Yes, we have possession now. It's 6-0 though, so I really can't complain about the score. Right off the crossbar, I think. Ah, shoot. That's a goalie kick. It's a 6-0 win. I just realized I'm not talking. Sorry about that. 4 goals on 11 shots. Not bad. Yeah, we didn't get any transfers, but that's okay. Alright, I thought we had 4 games played. Turns out we didn't. That was our 3rd game. Excuse me. Has there been anyone? So there have been quite a few people that have not played. Oops. No, I meant to go squad. Alright, let's get Alderweireld to start. Tuba can come out for Silver. Let's have Donald get on the bench for now. And Alright, those are going to be our substitutions for the game. I think, if I remember correctly, Suarez and Stecklenburg are going to be the only people we have. That are still. That played last week, yeah. So this is our fourth game. Let's go ahead and take Stecklenburg out. So we got Kenneth Vermeer. Suarez has the ball. I don't think there's something to talk about. When I went to the Netherlands, I saw a ton of windmills. Which I think are really necessary with the Netherlands. One for renewable energy and two for climate change with the way things are going. I'm not intelligent enough I'm not intelligent enough to explain climate change and how I know the Netherlands are fighting an active battle against Mother Nature and building dams and how that's necessary. So they're like technically below sea level, so they need the dams. With climate change making things worse. So yeah, definitely go to the Netherlands. Definitely go to the Netherlands if you have a chance, and definitely go see Ajax play in the Johan Cruyff Arena. Ah, let's go ahead and make our second substitution. Go ahead and have Daily Blink come on for Suarez. There we go. Finally, we got our first goal of the game. Look at that. That's a beautiful strike. Ah, dang it. What, no card? It's going to be right to the goalie. Ah, excuse me, right off the crossbar. Making my final substitution at halftime. Yellow card. Second, I thought it'd be a red. That's definitely worthy of a yellow card, though, I might add. Had to get that ball out of there. So even if we don't score again before halftime, which we didn't, we wouldn't at least give up a goal. So let's take Silva out. Ah, dang it. I mean, it's still 1-0, so I really can't complain that we're in the lead, but I would like to get a couple more goals. But if we win 1-0, that won't be bad. Ah, offside. Way offside, actually. Like he was on the time zone. How far offside he was. So Silva is off, so he can't get another yellow card to turn it into a red card to be suspended. I'm gonna have some of my cherry coke now. Good goal by Anita. It's 2-0 now. Was it Anita? It's either Anita or Martina, one of those. But either way, they scored. It was a beautiful goal. So. Do we still? We don't have any more substitutions, so I don't remember if we have any. But 0 out of 3. All right. Let's see. Let me see if I can actually get possession. Wonder what's. I lost my train of thought. I know the World Cup. They had a few more teams qualify for World Cup qualification. I know Tunisia and Morocco qualified. So teams from every confederation have now qualified for the World Cup, but not all 48 teams have qualified. You know, in North America, Canada, the U.S., and Mexico automatically qualified as hosts. In Asia, I know Uzbekistan and Jordan have qualified, and Uzbekistan and Jordan both are playing in their first ever World Cup next year. As I mentioned, Africa, Tunisia, and Morocco have qualified for the World Cup. Actually, not every confederation, because no European team has qualified just yet, but sure they will. Oceania and New Zealand has qualified, actually. I know, unless New Caledonia qualifies in the Interconfederation playoff, we'll have to wait till 2030 to see if another team from Oceania will qualify. So New Caledonia can still qualify for the World Cup. So it's a 2-0. Excuse me. Victory for us. That was an away game, so Go to player stats. So Suarez and Vanderbilt have played in every game. Oh, Stecklenburg. I thought Stecklenburg played in every game, but I guess that's not so. Still quite a few players. Looks like Verhoeven is the only goalie that hasn't played. So let's have Romadol starts for well, we're gonna have Romadol come off the bench. Brazil's qualified and Argentina as well. Argentina are the defending champions though. So next set of qualification games for the World Cup should be within the first 2 weeks of October. A little over 2 weeks from now. It's 5:45. I don't know how many games I will be playing. How many more games? I know it's 5:45 in the morning, so working overtime for a while. So I have to be at work at 7:30. So my shift normally starts at 9. So but since I'm working overtime, I get there at 7:30, which don't necessarily mind working overtime because one I get paid a little bit extra. So, but technically my shift is 8.5 hours, but I don't get paid 30 minutes. I don't get paid for 30 minutes because those 30 minutes are considered the 30 minutes that I don't get paid for are my lunch breaks. So throughout the day, I get my lunch break from 1 to 1:30. So, but I My shift is usually from 9 to 5:30, so it's only complaint is the hours because I like sleeping in. So only complaint is that the hours I don't have enough time to stream as much as I want. Those are my only two complaints. So like I was, if my shift was like a little bit later, or started a little bit later, and ended a little bit later, I wouldn't have minded it. So that's uh, I don't know. I feel like no, I could sleep for 20 hours, and that's still not enough. So I don't know. It's just I like sleeping, but I always wake up tired. So you could sleep for like 3 days straight, non-stop, and that's still not enough. So get De Jong in for Suarez and Ramadal all in for and use up all three of our substitutions. Yeah, but if I was able to get not wake up tired every night, then the only complaint would be not having enough time to stream and make YouTube videos. But I work 5 days a week, so the good news is I get Saturdays and Sundays off, and use those days to stream. WrestlePalooza is coming up this weekend. For WWE. It's going to be on ESPN Plus, I believe. Excuse me. So I'm excited to see the pay-per-view. It's going to be in Indianapolis, so SmackDown the night before is going to be in Toledo. I know, at least since Triple H took over, for most pay-per-views, it's either if it's on a Saturday, for most pay-per-views, the SmackDown before will usually be in the same city. And if it's on a Sunday, the Raw after the pay-per-view, the night after, will usually be in the same city as well. So this pay-per-view will be one of the few exceptions where they don't really have the SmackDown, the night before in the same city. So it's SmackDown will be in Toledo, Ohio, and Raw will be in or the pay-per-view will be in Indianapolis. I don't remember where Raw will be. The pay-per-view is on Saturday, so still have to. I missed because I was traveling. I didn't have enough. Well, I wasn't traveling Saturday, but I didn't have enough time to watch Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad. So I'm gonna watch that tonight after work. And then I was at work when Real Madrid played Marseille, and I know Real Madrid won both games. Just to confirm that I'll have no goals or not no No goals, no yep, no substitutions left. Yeah. And then I know Ajax play, so I'll probably watch Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad tonight. I'll probably watch Real Madrid versus Marseille tomorrow, and then on Friday I will watch Ajax versus whoever they're playing in the Champions League. So we barely missed that. So I maybe have one more time, or one enough time for one more game, maybe. Oh well, it's not gonna go in, but it's going to be a corner kick. So it's still keeping an eye out for when WWE comes to my home state, so I can buy some tickets for myself and my grandmother to see WWE in person. Because I know my grandmother loves WWE, and I love WWE as well. It's looking like no, they're gonna have their first televised event in New Mexico in 20 years. Later this year, they're gonna be in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and yeah, the last time they had a televised event in New Mexico was in 2025 or 2005, I should say. So it would be roughly 20 years. They had their first televised event in Barcelona back in March. Barcelona, Spain, and Belgium as well. They've had non-televised events in both countries, Spain and Belgium, but they've never had a televised event for WWE in either country. And they went to Belgium for Raw and Spain for SmackDown. So I know Lamine Yamal was there. He was in SmackDown on SmackDown in Barcelona. He's an FC Barcelona player. They had their third ever televised event in Italy earlier this year. They went to Bologna. Because in 2007 they were in Milan for Raw and SmackDown. They went to SmackDown for Bologna earlier this year. Been to the United Kingdom a ton of times, but I know in January they're gonna go. They're gonna have their first ever televised event in Belfast. Because they've had a pay per view in WWE's had a pay per view in Wales. They've had a pay per view and a SmackDown in Scotland. They've been to England a lot of times for Raw and SmackDown and a couple of pay per views as well. And yeah, they've been to Wales for a pay per view, but they've never had a televised event in Belfast. And I don't. I know it's not gonna be a pay-per-view, but I know it's gonna be Raw or SmackDown. That's gonna be in Belfast. So it's Ireland for the first televised event earlier this year, a few weeks ago. It was in Dublin. If you've been to, of course, the countries I mentioned, they've been to plenty of times, but they haven't always had a televised event in those places. So Dublin and SmackDown. Went to Paris. First televised event in Paris was last year, SmackDown, and then they had Backlash France in not Paris but Lyon. I don't have I don't have enough time for one more game. I do apologize. I'm gonna turn off my mic and face cam.
Saying a very goodbye to you all.